Hi guys, it's Sam. I thought I'd give you a quick run through of how I'm using my journal this month. I'm into the second week, so it's like a mid-month run through, though I've only finished my first week, so we'll get into it and explain what's going on there. But I thought you might like to see what I'm up to. I do try, if you've seen my videos before, I do try and use everything in my kit, and I also try and use up anything else that I've got in my stash as well, so they get really thick. So even though I've only done 1 week in here, it's already a really chunky thing, which is why I always take my Daisy Doris apart and restitch them, because I know how fat they get. This hasn't got everything in. So anyway, let's have a flick through and see where we're up to. So hopefully you've seen my setup video. I've got this gorgeous star pattern on the front. I still might do something on the cover, but I haven't decided yet. And then there's a couple of bits just slotted in. So this is a picture that, this was me and Ava as the strike of midnight on New Year, because Daddy was working, he works nights, so it was at that point. And I tried desperately to wake her up to watch the fireworks with me, and I couldn't. She was flat out. So I kind of want to get that in somewhere in the front to start our New Year, but I'm not quite sure what I'm doing on the inside cover yet, so I've just popped that in. This like calendar at the front, I just write like a word of the day. So you can see this is actually today, so we're on the 21st, but I've only completed my first week in my journal. I'll explain why as we go through, and you'll see what I've done. But use that as a word of the day, a little sticker at the bottom. And then I do draw out my calendar a lot bigger. So normally this fills up the whole page, but I wanted to start my journaling a little bit onto this page. You'll see as we go through what's going on there. But I just had this space this month, so I drew my calendar out, put my days of the week at the bottom, so I'm fine with that. I've got my date, my month at the top, and then I've just used some of the little circle stickers for the dates, and then again just some of the little like icon stickers, whatever I had in my stash, and just wrote a tiny bit of what was happening each day. And then because I do like to use the kit up as much as possible, we got a sticker sheet this time that had loads of New Year's resolutions on, and they were all really good. I don't set resolutions, but I just wanted to put them kind of all in for January, because it was things like more journaling, drink more water, take more photos, like all things that I want to do. So I've just put all those down the side, a couple at the bottom there just to kind of fill up the gaps, and then started my actual journal on the side there. So this was the first, which was a Sunday, so I've got some journaling, a little penguin, it's super cute, and I've just done a little tip in with the Hello 2023 and some photos. So there we go. Me, my mum and Ava went for a walk on New Year's Day in the woods and played poo sticks. So that's what we got up to for New Year's Day. Daddy was in bed recovering because he'd been on the night shift. So I've just got a little tip in there. So the reason that that's on there and not over the sheet, this page, guys, let me find the back. This was the pink page. Do you remember this? This like pink butterflies and birds. I decided I didn't like it. If you saw my setup video, I was umming and ahhing about it. I didn't want to journal on it. It doesn't feel like winter to me at all. It doesn't feel like the rest of the journal's very wintry. And then it was like bright pink spring. I didn't like it. So I've just turned it into a bit of a mood board page, which meant then that because I've got these weekly pages, I needed to get 2 days in before I got to this Monday. So I didn't have enough room there, so I started my journaling there instead. So I've got the Sundays there, and then obviously we go into the next week. So I like it as a mood board page. I just absolutely went mad with stickers and die cuts and just everything I can find. There's a lot of clear stickers on there, sorry, so it's really shiny, but just like motivational quotes and things to kind of get me through the year, little sparkly bits and pieces that I found. And then this was a magazine page that I tipped in, and I decided not to do anything on that because I just love that. It's like the sun coming through the trees when they're all covered in frost. It's really nice. So the back of that had this pinky blue image, which I liked as well, but that was the side of, you can still see it a little bit. You can still see bits of like the birds and butterflies through it, but I tried to cover it up where I can because I'm not a fan, which is not like me because I love my cocoa daisies, you know that. So these ones I just use as like a quick weekly overview, so just a quick idea of what's happening each day. And then I've used, because I get a few different kits, I actually end up with 3, I think, days of the week stickers. So I end up with these ones, which is like, here we go, I've got the sticker sheet, which came on this sheet with all these sort of little tabs. Then I also end up with, come on, I've got them to the side somewhere. I end up with these ones. So you can see that's got like the Monday on there. And I also end up with, where have I put it? Like little triangle ones, which I have put in and I can't find them now. Let me find my sticker sheet so it's going to be easier. Okay, so this sticker sheet has these little like triangular ones. Then this one has days of the week. And then there's one more, if I can find it. Aha. This one also has days of the week. So I end up with 3 different versions. So I just try and use them up where I can. So I have stuck them on the kind of weekly overview. As well with this weekly overview, oh, I've done it to all of them now. The text was white and I felt like it disappeared a bit. So by putting the black ones over the top, I feel like you can see that a bit better. And it's literally just a quick overview of what's happening for the week. Little die cut at the bottom. And then into week 1. So this is the only bit I haven't finished on this week yet. And it's because this is a little magazine page and I want to get my paints and I'm just going to paint over that in like a blue colour and then put that January on. So it's a little picture of Ava. I just go, like I said, through all my stash. I found this sheet of stickers that I wanted to use up from Pipsticks. I've nearly done it. I've got 2 left. So I just grab, if you've seen my starter video, I grab loads of stuff that I think is going to go with the kit, papers and things. And I just try and use as much as possible. So I've been using those in here. I'm going to make that, that's like a half page. And then Ava started nursery that week. So she's got a little certificate there. So I'm going to make that as like a little back-to-back bit. And I'm going to paint this. That's just loads of journaling, obviously the start of the new year. I've got a lot to say, like setting intentions, all that sort of thing. And then we've got the, oh, is that into the second as well? Sorry, yeah, that is the second, isn't it? Because I did the first. Even I'm forgetting now. That's second. So this is the third, which was Ava's first day at nursery. So I've got a picture of Daddy taking her in, used some scrapbook paper and things in there. I don't use these habit trackers, so I thought I'll just stick one in to like not cross off the days that she's in nursery. Little picture of her playing under the sofa with Daddy. Bits from like scrapbooking kits, stickers, just whatever I can find really to use up my stash. This was just brown paper. That was actually the original cover. Again, if you've seen my startup kind of video where I take everything apart and restitch it, this was the original cover for the Dori, but I use it as an inside page now. So that's, I might cut the back of that. In fact, I think I will cut the back of that so that it's not covering Milo's picture. There he is, little handsome boy. And again, more scrapbooking. These are actually happy planner stickers. Quote, again, I wanted to leave that magazine page because I love that image. So I just added a quote to the top. And I love the back image. So again, I've just added a sticker to the bottom, nothing else. This is the acrylic piece that comes in the Cocoa Daisy kit. And then I've just put some photos, some happy planner stickers, Pipstick stickers, and just filled it up with my journaling. So my monthly journals are very scrappy. Everything goes in here. This is a magazine page and I love this. And this is obviously her first day at nursery, so she's got a little uniform. We didn't actually have her full uniform, we only had the white shirt, but she was so excited that she made me take a load of photos anyway. And then we called in at my parents on our way home so she could tell them about their day. So it's just loads of journaling. Again, that's a Pipstick sticker and just anything I found in my stash to go in is in. That's the back of that page. I actually quite like the article that was on the back of there. It was 5 steps to a mindful day. So I've just left the article in, added some photos of me and Ava at IKEA because that's what we did that day. And again, just any bits of kind of scrapbook paper and stickers and things. And I've used these little tabs on the side for my weeks as well that you can just see poking through there. So this was, I bought myself a new bookshelf. I didn't have any pictures for that day, except my new bookshelf. And I am more than happy to put that in for my daily image. I stayed at home all day reading and drinking tea with my new bookshelf. And I was very, very happy. So I've used some die cuts. I actually backed that up with one of the, like there was a moon post-it note in this month's kit. And then a die cut, that's some old scrapbook paper, some old scrapbook letters that I had, some old washi. So yeah, just kind of gone mad sticking everything in. On this page as well, I've coloured the letters, which I hadn't done on the last one. Let's see if I can find it. There you go, you can see them in white. I think they stand out a bit better in black, so I'm gonna go and do that on all the other pages as well. But again, that's my monthly overview. So that week is done. The second week, sort of done. My Canon selfie, which is where I print all my photos at home, has decided to stop working. I cannot figure it out. I am not techie at all. It says it's not connected to the Wi-Fi, so I have done it and redone it and re-put the password in and done all that jazz, followed the online kind of help thing which says like put it back to factory settings and reconnect it to your Wi-Fi, and it'll just say no Wi-Fi found and it'll be sitting right next to it. So I have no idea. My phone finds it, everything else finds it. Canon selfie not playing, so I haven't got any photos printed for this next week, which is really frustrating. But what I have done is been through and worked out what pages I'm going to have photos on, or how many photos, and kind of worked around it. So I'll try and explain as we go through. So this Monday the 9th, I don't have any photos, so I needed something big to fill it up. I had a really good meeting at work and some good things happened at work, so I found this was a postcard from Pipsticks, and I thought the green and the sort of orangey colours match. So the green is definitely on this page. There's kind of the red and orange and the berries. I'm not sure about the pink. I may well paint that out a different colour yet, but we'll see how I go. And then that's one of the post-it notes. So now I've just got a smaller space to journal on. But then on the Tuesday, I know Ava started like her first full days at nursery because she was doing part-time before, like short days. So this was her first full day, and I've got some really nice photos. So I've added a tip in there. This is obviously like lettering, like school lettering. That was a Pipstick sticker. Added a tip in with a tab, and then this was, she had to take wellies into nursery and she picked her wellies, so she picked Minnie Mouse ones, so I've put the label in for that. So I know I've got plenty of space to add photos because I could put a picture on here, could put pictures on here, I could put another tip in as well if I want, but I've left loads of room on there because it's a busy day. And I've also left the double page spread on the back because, like I said, it was her first day at nursery, but then we actually went to my brother's afterwards as well, so, and we went to IKEA. So we've got loads of photos that day, so I've left that blank to put those in. Wednesday I didn't have so many, so I've put the title and the date, the day and date, but nothing else on there. Same for Thursday. We know I had an appointment, so I've put that in, but I haven't put my photos. And I don't feel like I can decorate really without the photos. So I've just put kind of the days of the week in. And I've got bits like this was a bath bomb that Ava picked, and luckily it just matches this purple page quite well. So I think I'm just gonna stick that in on there somewhere, but till I've got my photos, I don't know exactly where. And then this was the weekend, and I was really poorly on Saturday. Anybody else got this? There's like colds, coughs, flu going around. I couldn't get out of bed, I was awful. So there's no photos, and I've got nothing to say about Saturday. So I've just put my washi tape in there. Sunday I managed to get out of bed, and my father-in-law popped round to see Ava. So there's a couple of photos of him with her, but nothing for Saturday. So I've just put that as a short day with a little rest sticker, and then a recharge sticker for Sunday. And obviously the same for this week. I've still not got my selfie working, so I've just gone through and put the days of the week on. So these I know I can just do on one page. That I've got a double page spread. So I've just sort of worked out my layout. I love this, I'm obsessed with this. And I know that on this day I went for a long walk, and actually the colours fit really nicely, so I've got that in there. So I'm prepped and ready. There's a couple of bits where I know, I've like a couple of stickers where I know what I did that day and those stickers matched. But on the whole, I haven't got my week done. But today, I've got a couple of bits in for today's. This is today's, and all I've done is this little tip in because Ava did me a little drawing today that I wanted to get in. She's gone for a sleepover at my mum's, but she wanted to leave me a letter before she went, bless her. So she drew me some, there we go, some little mushrooms. They are mushrooms, in case anyone needs to know. And that's grass, and that's underground. So that's what's going on there. So just put a little tip in with mushrooms and Ava's art on the front. So I know, like I said, she's gone to my mum's, and my mum usually takes loads of photos. So by doing this, I've got space there for a photo. I could add something under there, but I've also still got the whole page to photo and journal. So that's all good. And then I've got Sunday tomorrow, and then into a new week. So I don't feel like I'm behind because I've got the pages ready. I just need to print my photos and put them in. I'm giving up with the selfie, just flicking through the last few pages in case you didn't see the setup. Giving up with the selfie. I think I'm going to bob into town tomorrow and go to Boots or somewhere and get the photos printed because they're ready to go on my phone. I've got all the collages done. They are ready to go, and then I can fill in these pages, which would be good. Also in my setup, if you did notice, I think I'm going to have 5 or 6 spare pages at the back. Obviously I don't know because I might have a day next week where I want loads of photos and I can fill it up. But I think I've got a spare day, so I've just used the post-its to put in what I could put on some of these days if they're spare. So I'm thinking of doing a page about one little word because I am doing that this year. And then this is gorgeous. So I think I might just like letter a quote or something on there. A currently page. This I really don't like. This is that pink paper that I'm not keen on. So I'm going to Franken page that, which basically just means stick lots of different colours and scraps and things on and cover that in all the blues. And I found these kind of cards which I might use as part of that kind of collage. This works with the currently page, that's why it's in here. And actually the pink works with that. The blue kind of works with that. So I'm just keeping that in there to see what I want to do at the time. What was that one? Oh, books that I read in January. I could do like a book spread, and then that's the back of the book. So that's where I'm up to. You can see how thick it's getting already. And in terms of my kit, I've nearly used everything, which is good. Obviously, I'm going to end up with post-its left because I can never use those up, and washi, though I have used a lot. Cards, I've only got 2 of the dashboards left, and actually only 3 of the little cards, but then I've got the I've got the Simon and that one, and then that's the actual like packaging that it comes with, but I will try and use that as well. I've got the packaging from a couple of the die cuts to use. I've got these 2 which are super cute, and I won't use that as a paper clip. I'll pull the paper clip off and I'll stick him on somewhere. And I've got that acrylic piece to pop in somewhere. So have a quick flick through stickers obviously washi tape, because everyone knows it's impossible to use up a washi tape. Stickers I've done pretty well with. Stickers are always my easiest thing to use up though, to be fair. So we get this little functional sheet, which is nearly gone. There's a couple of to-do lists and birthdays and water plants. I'm going to struggle because I don't have any birthdays in January and I don't own any plants, but I'll have a think. But the to-do lists I'll use up. My days are nearly done, but obviously they will be for the end of the month. I just need to use the checklists on that one. Used all the days. I will use these days as well. I'll just pop them in, and I will use these icons. They're dead easy for me. I need to be a bit more creative about some of these, I think, like vacation planning, challenges, vets, hair appointment, nail appointment. I need to be a bit more creative with, but that one will be gone. My alphabet, so I've used all the numbers. I've got these icons which are easy to just dot around, and I'll use up all the letters, and I'll show you these at the end of the month to show you where I've done them as well. These pages I deliberately save. I've used odd ones, but I kind of tend to finish my journal and then go back through and put the big decorative ones in. That's all used up. That was the, what did you call it? The, like, resolutions? What did they call it? Oh, it's not got a name on, but that was all of like the good resolutions for the year. Another alphabet, all the numbers obviously will be in for the dates, and I will find places for the boxes. And then again, another decorative one that I need to use up. So pretty good going there. Then I've also got a couple of little bits and pieces. I've got quite a few die cuts left, only 2 labels and 1 habit tracker. I've got these pouches to use up. Now I usually put one right in the inside cover and put a couple of like the post-it notes and things in, but because I want to put this photo in, this is where I just need to sit down and work out what I do in that inside cover. But I will definitely use the pouches. And then my very last bits, I've got some rub-ons to use, and again I tend to go through and do those last. And then these gorgeous papers. So I've got like a vellum with hearts on. I'm hoping to use that as a mat behind a photo. And this, which is just, I mean, it's amazing. Can't even see it very well there. Let me see if I can get a piece of white card or something. I've only got a small piece, but there we go. There's like a stag and the northern lights at the top of there, which is just awesome. So I will find a page to use that. Ring light's not helping, is it? I will definitely find a way of using that though. But that's it. And then I'll have used up my whole stash, which is pretty good going, my whole kit. And most of my stash. Like I said, I found a couple of sheets of stickers that I wanted to use up, which I've nearly done, and loads of, so I've nearly done that one. I will use that one as well. I found loads of papers and things in my stash, so going really well for kind of using it all up. Still got quite a way to go, and I'll give you another flip through at the end of the month. Thanks guys, bye.